What's up, PokeChamps? This is your boy InfamousTrainer, and today we have a very different video as I'm going to be diving into your hottest takes and unpopular opinions about the Pokemon anime. Now, of course, the Pokemon anime expands over many different league losses, many characters, different regions, and 20 plus seasons, and of course, we're coming up on the 25th anniversary of the Pokemon anime. So I thought this would be pretty fun to see what you guys really hate, like, or dislike about the anime. So with that being said, I want you guys to make sure you do leave a like on this video, share the video out, and hit the subscribe button. And let's get ready to dive in. Yo, PokeChamps, quick disclaimer really quick, as I did actually record this video before the events of Dawn's return on the anime and before the Volkner battle and etc. So keep that in mind while you're watching this video, but just wanted to tell you really quick and make sure you guys don't rip each other apart in the comment section. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so the first one that we have is going to be Max is better than Bonnie. I feel like Max was more of an annoyance throughout the entire season of Hoenn for the most part. He's not a bad character, but I wouldn't say he's better than Bonnie. Bonnie was friendly, fun, energetic, to where I feel like Max was just like a know-it-all and he just wanted to be kind of snooty. But that's just my opinion. Alright, next up we have one from Kuro Blitz, who actually says Ash and May's Bulbasaur should have been Ivysaur in the end of AG. That's pretty interesting. I can agree that I do believe May's should have been an Ivysaur, but I love Ash having a Bulbasaur. I think it really plays into his character and how he's kind of formed his team. But I will also say I would like to see Ivysaur simply for the fact it'd be a nice kind of correlation between Pokemon Trainer from Smash to Ash. It would just work really, really well. So I mean, either way, I'm pretty happy, but I definitely can agree that May's Bulbasaur should have been an Ivysaur. Next up, we have InfamousTrainer saying that Best Wishes is good, and I actually have to say I agree. Best Wishes definitely gets crapped on because of what they tried to do with Best Wishes, which was try to lay the foundation of a new reboot, which really didn't work well, but it did lead up to a fantastic new season of Pokemon that we end up getting with X and Y and X, Y, and Z. So I feel like that worked really, really well, and not to mention, Black and White still introduced tons of fun characters that people have come to love, and I like Ash's fit in Best Wishes. It actually is like one of my favorite outfits that he wears throughout the entire Pokemon anime. Plus, this is another season that he introduced many new Pokemon, which he hasn't done that many Pokemon since Kanto. Next up, we have Ionic Bond, who is actually saying the Johto League is the second best league, next to the Sinnoh League. Now, definitely Sinnoh League is number one. My favorite personal league. That is a great way to show off Ash's skill and his way of battling and really getting back at Paul. Forever will be my favorite region league, but I could definitely say that Johto is not the second best in my opinion. I definitely believe it goes to the Kalos League. It introduced many fun battles, a lot of 6v6 as well. It was just 2. But it had some really great 6v6 and they were just pristine animation wise. I really enjoyed like Sawyer versus Ash. That is a tough battle to beat. Like, not even including Alon, okay? Just Ash versus Sawyer, that's pretty up there. That's a pretty up there battle in my opinion. Alright, so it looks like we get hit with a 4-piece combo by Samurai Trainer as well as Aleximo, who actually says Ash Sinnoh's team lacks personality. Chimchar? Infernape? Nothing? No? Battle Frontier overshadows Hoenn. 100%. I feel like the Hoenn was, I mean, I agree. I don't have anything to say. Misty doesn't do anything until Whirl Island, and then Aleximo says Misty is a trash character. I don't think Misty's trash. I don't think Misty's trash at all. She's a great character. I know she has an amazing fan base, like a really, really robust fan base, because she is the first Pokegirl, right? I think Misty is very unique in her own way because she's one of the female characters that we got that was also a gym leader alongside Brock. That made her pretty cool. She was more tomboyish compared to the rest of the characters that we kind of got throughout Pokemon, as far as Pokegirls that were a little bit more on the girlier side and wanting to do things like the contest and stuff like that. May did battles actually, so maybe not, maybe not. I don't think Misty's trash. I mean, she's an OG character. I just feel like they could have added more character development to her for sure, but not a trash character. Then we have Ionic Bond coming back saying the only reason people hate Tracy and Silent for that matter is because he replaced Brock. And also DJ said maybe if he got more screen time he would be more appreciated. I would definitely agree with kind of both of those notes. I think Tracy is not a horrible character. He did not get great development, and you're replacing Brock. Brock is a hard character to follow up with. There is fans who love the anime for Brock alone. Brock has a huge shadow. He has huge shoes to fill. My man was a threat. He could battle. He had knowledge. He could make a mean donut. I mean, like, he had jokes that is hard to follow up with a guy who just says, hey, let me open up a sketch pad and draw something. It's really hard to, but I don't think Tracy deserves all that much hate. And Silent's pretty cool. I think Silent's okay. He's probably been like, ooh, not the second best, because Clement is really dope, but he's still a pretty good character. But yeah, I would definitely have to agree that a lot of people hate Tracy simply for the fact that he replaced Brock. Alright, the next one I want to address here is actually going to be Blade, who says Greninja release was a good thing. I don't think so. I feel like it was just a waste of a Pokemon to give Ash. Ash built up a bond with this Pokemon since the arrival of Froakie, right? And then you have him train and become strong, unlock a brand new exclusive form, the first exclusive thing that Ash has had in a Pokemon series, and then you take it away by having him release? That's corny, that's garbage. It's garbage. You give us such a great Pokemon, a powerful Pokemon that most likely Ash wouldn't use again anyway, because Ash doesn't like bringing many Pokemon back, okay? And you release him? It was a stupid decision. I actually was absolutely pissed. I was highly upset when he released Greninja. It's just for a stupid reason. It was dumb. It was absolutely stupid. I'm sorry, man. I can't agree with that. That is a hot take. I do not think him releasing Greninja was a good thing. Now next up we have Tiny, who says Ash's black and white team has the most personality compared to the most of the other teams, and I feel like this is pretty true. Ash's Unova team has tons of personality, with Oshawa being fun, energetic, and being the comic relief, alongside of Scraggy, who is just very unique in his own way, Snivy being snooty and upstuck but very powerful, Ted Pig, who turns into Pig Knight, kind of being more of itself, and we have Crocorock alone, who's wearing sunglasses and being that badass. For sure, this is the most personality team-wise that Ash has ever had, which is funny because people say it's the worst season of Pokemon. Next up we have Matthew, who actually says, I feel like people are too excessively critical and harsh towards Journeys. I think it's an alright series, and I have to agree. Pokemon Journeys is not the standard formula for everything that we've ever seen in Pokemon, to where Ash is going to a new region, catching new Pokemon, making new bonds, participating in the gym badges and the gym leaders and doing the gym challenge, and then going to the Pokemon League. This is very different, as we're having Ash travel with Goh, who is already a hated character, and I think that's why people also do not like Journeys. And he's exploring the world. He's staying mostly in Kanto, which is pretty annoying, but at the same time, it doesn't follow the standard formula. So definitely, I can agree that it definitely does get a bit too much harsh, as far as critical opinions towards it for the most part. But yeah, Pokemon Journeys is not that bad. Matthew also said the term overrated gets thrown around too much when it comes to X, Y, and Z, and I can definitely agree and disagree with that, because the X, Y, and X, Y, and Z anime are definitely very popular. A lot of fans came into the world of the Pokemon anime around this time because of just how the games were doing, brand new forms, and they wanted to see this in the anime perspective. But also, this was the best version of Ash for most people, and that's why they kind of hype it up to that degree. I can definitely say that X, Y, and X, Y, and Z are really good animes, maybe even top 3 for me, but at the same time, it's not overrated too much in my opinion, but it definitely is favorited by a large amount of fans for sure. And then Matthew also said the Hayashi music is just as good as the Miyazaki music, which I could definitely agree. The music is pretty good no matter what, and I feel like if you're just a casual Pokemon anime fan, you're not really focusing a crap ton on the music. So the music is good in both, but again, you'll have your opinions on what you like more if you do watch, anime a little bit more exclusively on the Pokemon side. Cosmic Stars says, I think Misty is much better than Serena. But let me tell you, I can already hear the Serena fans typing in the comments right now. I don't really have much to say. They're both decent characters. I don't really have one that's better than the other. They both have their interesting arcs, their relationship with Ash. I just know there's a large amount of Serena fans because of how her arc was and what she did alongside of a couple things when it comes to her and Ash. Again, they're both decent characters. I'm not going into it. They're both pretty cool. My man DJ2 is dropping one of the hottest takes I've read so far, saying Goh could possibly be one of the best male protagonists in the Pokemon anime. I can hear the comment now. Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna have to say that Goh is a pretty good character. I would not say he's the best character. I mean, you have Ash in the anime, but he is a good character. I think a lot of people hate Goh because he takes over most of the Pokemon Journeys anime at this specific point in time. But at the same time, like, what do you want Ash to do in every single episode? Ash can only do so much. He can only do so much, and he has so much story. He has many years of story, many seasons, all dedicated to him. It's not bad seeing another character on screen, and Ash is acting as a mentor in this region, or this series, I guess. Alright, we have Morgan here who said most of the DP is overrated. Yes, it's great, but there is great flaws with it no one talks about. The league had potential, like having Charizard return, which would have been more useful against Darkrai, replacing Swellow and Torkoal. I can agree. I can definitely agree with that. But also Ash's Diamond and Pearl team besides Infernape is just meh. All right, really quickly, I want to break that down, right? So I can definitely agree that there is parts of Diamond and Pearl that is overrated. It is my favorite series as far as Pokemon anime goes. It does have its flaws like any other season. I'm not gonna ignore that. But at the same time, I absolutely love Diamond and Pearl for what it is. But I can definitely say there's potential things that they could have changed to make it better, like in the Pokemon League, switching Charizard for Swellow and Torkoal would have made a lot more sense, and it definitely would have tied in more characters, more Pokemon, and just better battles overall. And I can also say that most of the team, at least for me, is not priority over Infernape. Infernape has the best Pokemon story as far as Diamond and Pearl goes, at the very least, when it comes to Ash's Pokemon. It has a fantastic story, an amazing arc, and it's an overall badass Pokemon. Morgan also goes on to say that I think in the Sinnoh League, if it were a normal league, the Ash's Diamond and Pearl team would be much better than what it actually is, like having Gible actually become a Gabite and Torterra actually being good. And oh, Ash's Diamond and Pearl team were weak after fighting Paul makes it sound like the rest. That's very true. That's very true. I can also agree that I did want Gible to evolve into Gabite, and Torterra is just a travesty on Ash's team because it was such a good Pokemon as a Turtwig, and then as it evolved into Grotto and Torterra, it became one of his worst Pokemon. We have Ari saying Ash's Frogadier is better than Ash's Greninja in every way. False. Ash, Greninja, form. Now, of course, I know that's not reason alone, but I like Greninja, but he definitely didn't have that much personality because it was definitely more outweighed by the form more than anything else. Next one here is by Drumloop, who actually says the fact that the Sword and Shield didn't get an anime, which could have helped expand the story of the game, is tragic, which I can definitely agree. I feel like I definitely want Ash and Goh to go to Galar more often, spend a good chunk of time in Galar, explore, check out different areas. There's so much we haven't seen in the perspective of the Pokemon games that could be translated over to the anime and vice versa, right? There's so much story you can explore, and we haven't even seen many Galar characters. We haven't seen many Sword and Shield characters like Bede, Hop, Marnie, and many others. Like, where are those characters at? I need to see them. There's so much you could do, but Pokemon Journeys decided to go a different route with it. So I mean, I understand, but at the same time, I'm in huge agreement. This is a great take, because I definitely wish we got more of a Sword and Shield anime to see what that would have been like. We got Serena, who said Max is overrated. I thought he was a decent character. Max is trash. I mean, he did mellow out towards the middle end of the series, but he's not that great of a character. Alright, next up we have Nick, who actually said Dawn losing to Zoe was one of the most well done protagonist can't win first scenarios we've ever had. Zoe is the coolest, friendliest rival, I can't say that word that you put there, in the series. So yeah, I'm huge agreeance, huge agreeance. That was a really great moment to show that you cannot win everything, right? It's nice to know that when we have characters that we love in animes or TV shows, that they can relate back to us in some way. And that was a great way to have Dawn relate back to the player, the character, you as a viewer, because it shows that just because this is a fictional character, they cannot win everything. Just like Ash loses leagues, Dawn's gonna lose contests. It's gonna happen, and that's just how life works. I think it's fantastic. I definitely think that was one of the highlight moments of Diamond and Pearl. Alright, we have a Yoshi guy who said the 4 kids voice change is not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. It's bad at first, but by season 12, everyone sounded great, which is true. Anytime you have a voice actor switch, it's gonna sound different. But for the most part, I'm gonna let you guys check out InfamousTrainer Zach's video where he actually addressed this for you guys. So he will dive deeper and get more opinions and facts with this. But for the most part, I agree. You don't really notice. I love either way. Well, not every version, but I love the dub anime, and I think that it sounds really good. Next up, we have Sniffy, who said Ash's Snivy is the best black and white Pokemon personality-wise. I'm in high agreement with you because Snivy was just a fun character, and it actually made me like the Pokemon more, as I would have never picked the Pokemon in my standard playthrough of Black and White or Black and White 2, but I used it and it's a fun Pokemon to use. He also goes on to say giving Ash Palpitoad, Boldore, and Unfezant was stupid because they did nothing most of the series. I feel like this was a double-edged sword. You're giving Ash more Pokemon, which is fantastic. He's catching more Pokemon in this region, but at the same time, they weren't setting up the story to flesh out these Pokemon and give them more personality. Now, of course, we definitely know that Unfezant is worst bird. It is trash. But I think Boldore and Palpitoad could have been pretty fun Pokemon that could really help out Ash. So we may even see these Pokemon in the near future. The next one's a really hot take saying Serena is overrated. I honestly like Dawn more. I personally agree with you. Dawn is a fun, fleshed out character to where Serena didn't know what she wanted to do for a while before the anime really kicked off. I don't want to say that Serena's overrated, but it's definitely not meant to be as hyped as she is. I don't know. You guys will let me know in the comments down below because you Serena fans are crazy. Next up, we have Noah, who says Lana should have beat Guzma in the Alola League, showing that her development and training has paid off and showing off that Z moves are really strong. I think Guzma beating her was actually pretty solid. I don't think Lana should have won. I liked where it was at because it set up Ash to really show Guzma a couple things, and then the connection between Ash and Kukui. I don't agree with this personally, but I mean, it would have been cool even if she did win, but I think Guzma winning definitely showed a lot more that you can, first of all, destroy people without Z moves, and then second, it really had a great after battle between Ash and Guzma later on. So I don't know. I don't agree fully, but maybe someone else does in the comments down below. Next up, we have Mitsk, who says the Kalos League isn't that rushed. It's a character study for Ash, Alon, and Sawyer. Fans wishing for a Battle Fest will be disappointed, but from a story perspective, every battle in the league was well built up. They knew their focus and they didn't rush anything about it. I agree. I feel like the Kalos League is a pretty solid league. I don't really know what people expected with the Kalos League, as I don't think it was that rushed. It showed off the most important battles. If you were looking for a crap ton of battles, I don't know what anime you're watching because Pokemon has never done that before. They focus on the characters and the relationships, or they give us a character like Tobias or even another character like Virgil who's at last minute to be the roadblock for Ash. We have Jonathan saying Ash's character has been milked to the point where his character isn't appealing anymore. That is interesting. I don't know if I agree with this because I feel like Ash has still a lot of things he can do and he can try to pursue, but at the same time, depending on how they're writing Ash, it seems to a point where we don't care about him as much because Goh is the main character right now that we're focusing on, which makes sense as Goh is basically a brand new trainer. He has not caught a Pokemon previous to being with Ash on his journey. He's like going after every single Pokemon, which is a really big like goal to shoot for, on top of getting himself Mew, which is just bananas. I don't think Ash has been milked, but I definitely will say that Ash is lacking a lot of things to do in this anime, so I'm hoping they really kick it up soon with the Pokemon World Championship and potential training for Ash in the near future. Next up we have Gwil, who says, I prefer Ash's Sun and Moon design over Journeys and most others. I don't really understand what everyone's hate was with the Sun and Moon new design perspective. I thought design wise Sun and Moon was pretty solid and the animation was still really fluid. I don't know, you guys are bugging. I don't know if it's because you wanted the shonen type XY and Z looking anime, but Sun and Moon was amazing. I also like Ash's fit except for them shoes. Those are garbage. We have Serena back, who said Iris had one of the best goals in the entire anime, but it was just poor execution. I definitely agree. It was kind of weird seeing how she was going to progress to be a Dragon Master and doing all that stuff, but it was just not thought out very well. So I think that is one of the lower points of the black and white anime. Next we have Rad Plaid Dad, who said Ash vs. Alon is overrated versus Ash vs. Sawyer, which is 10 times better in every way. His true rival in X and Y. I can definitely agree. I can agree. Ash vs. Alon, I don't think is overrated. I think it's a good battle. The loss is dumb. It is the worst decision I think Pokemon did in a long time, okay? But I will say Ash versus Sawyer was a really, really good battle. It conveyed more emotion on Sawyer's side to battle the person who mentored him and he looked up to, he watched battles of and showed his growth to. I feel like that battle is better than Ash versus Alon. Both battles are fantastic, but I don't think Ash vs. Alon is overrated. It's just a really good battle. I mean, you have some really good Pokemon going back and forth. Next we have Dante, who actually says, I think the Pokemon anime has its ups and downs, but it always keeps people surprised in a good way. It is truly amazing, and I think Journeys is a great attest to that. Having Ash catch Dragonite and Gengar was very surprising, as not many people expected Ash to get 2 fully evolved Kanto Pokemon. On top of course, the Pokemon anime, like any other anime, is going to have its ups and downs. It's going to have that, especially in anime that has been running this long with this many different characters, and a protagonist that has gone from different country, region, league to league. It's going to be crazy. It's going to have its ups and downs, especially with different writing, directions going all over the place. But I feel like Pokemon anime is always going to be one of the greatest aspects of Pokemon. Alright, we have Stealth, who said Serena's goal was just terrible, an excuse to see Ash again. That's, ooh. I can't say nothing about that. We have Kelly that said the original series was awful. Brock wasn't a friend / companion, he was a chaperone because Ash and Misty were too childish and toxic to each other to survive in the wild. I truly don't believe that. I feel like Brock was a great friend and also a mentor to Ash in many different ways. And of course, Misty was there because she built some kind of bond relationship with Ash alongside him owing her a bike, so there was also that. But I don't think that the original series is awful. It actually sets up everything that we have leading into the anime we're in right now, being Pokemon Journeys. We have PokeTuber Score Buddy that actually said Alola should not get another episode in Journeys. Are you crazy? We need more episodes of them going to Alola. Someone needs to address that Ash is an Alola champion. I don't really see what the issue is. It's so easy. Hey Ash, hey, how's it going? How you doing, champ? I'm doing great. You're the champion? Easy. I should be a writer. I should be a writer myself. Next up, we have Clippy, who says Ash's Sun and Moon team is probably one of my favorite teams of all time. They really shined well, instead of having 1 or 2 Pokemon stealing the show. I think that's true, 100%. The cool thing with Sun and Moon is every Pokemon got their development. Every Pokemon on the team got its segment. Even when he got Naganado, it had its own entire storyline, which played in really well. And having it return was just, it was amazing. It was amazing. Well, at that time it was a Poipo, but you know what I mean. Overall, definitely one of his most, I guess, developed Pokemon teams for sure. I won't say it has more personality than his black and white team, but it has the most fleshed out storylines for all his Pokemon. Alright, looks like we have a really hot one from Aquamarine, who says Sun and Moon anime was literally pure trash. I don't understand how anyone could bear the terrible animation. I guess I'll address these one by one. First of all, Sun and Moon's animation was good. You guys just don't like change. You don't like change. I think that's what it is. You do not like change when it comes to the Pokemon anime. Y'all soft. Accept it. It is what it is. They change the animation. They change it all the time. It was fluid. It was fluid. You go back and you watch a battle, it is fluid in Sun and Moon. Goes on to say, Dawn was the best companion Ash ever had and one of the best characters of the series. She is a pretty good character, I will not disagree there. Serena was a very bland character and the only thing she did was kiss Ash. I mean, did she? X and Y isn't the best Pokemon games or anime, but it doesn't deserve the hate it gets. The Pokemon games are not that great. I definitely put that on the lower tier of the games. The anime is pretty solid and tons of fans love the anime because of just the timing. It had a new animation style, a really diverse and very robust story, mega evolution, Ash getting exclusive Pokemon forms. It had a lot of good things going for it. And lastly, Goh needs to replace Ash. And for that I say, that hurts me. Ash has been in the Pokemon anime for many years, but I can also understand that what else can you really do with Ash if he does win the Pokemon World Championship? Is Goh strong enough to take the role as the main protagonist by himself? We'll talk about that at a later time though. Now again, this was just some of the hot takes you guys left on this tweet, and I may even do some more in the future as I didn't go over every single one in this video. If you guys came to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, share the video out, and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you guys leave your comments down below and tell me your hottest takes if you didn't get a chance to leave it on the tweet. And also let me know what you guys think of all the tweets that were said in this video, because I know the comment section is about to be hot. Again, make sure you guys be friendly in the comment section, no ripping each other apart. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys stay infamous and keep your heart ablaze. Was that good? I don't know. I'm trying something new. You let me know.